New weavers often get started on a table loom, and they may look in a book or a magazine or purchase a pattern online that has a tie-up version shown in the draft, and they don't know how to interpret it. So I'm going to try to tell you how to read these tie-ups, which you need to know even if you don't have a floor loom with treadles. So this grid in the upper right-hand corner is called a tie-up. The shafts on a draft are red 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this draft takes 8 shafts. And before we get into the tie-up, let's just review the threading a little bit. The threading is read from right to left, and it means that the first warp thread goes on shaft 1, shaft 2, shaft 3, shaft 4, etc. Up at the top, you can see the colors of the warp. Notice here it goes from doing a 1, 2, 3, 4 repeat to 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's the warp threads, and I'll slide it over, and you can see that there are, even in this scarf, there's 320 warp threads. And we're looking at this with TempoWeave, but you might be looking on this on a piece of paper or written out like that. On TempoWeave, you can see it has 320 warp threads and 1,536 weft threads for this scarf. The treadling is down to the right. So even if you're weaving on a table loom, you're going to be making a shed, throwing a pick for every row that's on the right. The first pick doesn't lift shaft 1. It lifts the shafts indicated in the tie-up above it. The second lifts the shafts in the tie-up above it. So every one of these columns is a list of shafts that you should lift if that treadling sequence is down below. So if we started to weave on our table loom, for the first pick, we would choose the navy thread, and we would lift shafts 1, 2, 3, and 5. Throw the pick, and then the next pick would be a 1, 2, 4, and 6, etc. And when you get down to where the treadles change, here we are with treadle 5. If we follow that up to the tie-up, we'll see that anytime treadle 5 is called for, it's 1, 5, 6, and 7. The blanks are not engaged. So that's all it is to weaving a tie-up. Now, I'm going to show you in software, if you have Weave Design software, you can turn this into what's called a LiftPlan. And sometimes when you buy patterns, you may get a LiftPlan. So if I want to convert this to a LiftPlan, it's going to ask me for what I want to name it. Now look what happens. The tie-up box goes away. And I don't know if you remember, but when we treadle the first pick, we engage shafts 1, 2, 3, and 5. So this puts it on each row. A LiftPlan is necessary if you are using software such as TempoTreadle on a table loom, or if you're weaving on a Dobby loom. You have to convert it from a tie-up to a LiftPlan. But even if you're just reading a piece of paper or a printout of the treadling, you may find it easier to look at the tie-up version rather than the LiftPlan, because you have to look at all those numbers. And it's just a little bit harder to read because you can sort of memorize what we saw before with the 1, 2, 3, 4s or the 5, 6, 7, 8s and memorize that pattern. But that's what I wanted to show you about weaving on a table loom and knowing how to weave a LiftPlan.